What is happening, everyone? Man, it's just killing me here.
It's Wednesday
All
afternoon.
right. It's Wednesday. We're here. Nerd Informer. Oracle Talk Radio Network. Everywhere you want to be and find your podcasts and radio show and stuff.
And possibly to get banned.
And possibly to get banned.
This is the channel to do it.
This is definitely the channel to do it.
We can say some things right off the bat to get banned.
Tursky, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Joe?
He was there right away. Ready to hit the button. How about you?
Just hovering over the mouse, just waiting for it. More like
We don't really have anything to talk about this week, so we're just gonna stare at each other for an hour and see what happens.
I was thinking JFK.
Every time we try that, it just doesn't.
It doesn't go well. And
Did you watch the president's speech last night?
No.
It was a masterclass in politics, bro. It was the division between the Democrats and the Republicans is astonishing to me. Like everything that Trump said, not one Democrat clapped for. I mean, it was just like, I don't know.
Of course. It's one
you know how the State of the Unions go. Like, you know, one side cheers and one side doesn't say nothing or boos or whatever.
Every single time. It's like ping pong.
I mean, every single time. All the Dems were holding up little signs that say, like, Elon Musk lies and Elon Musk steals and all kinds of stuff, right? So,
meanwhile, they loved him about 2 months ago.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hypocrite.
Oh, man. I don't know how anybody could be like so one-sided when it comes to like political parties.
Well, the thing is, they're the only ones that are one-sided. We can understand both. Like, you know what I mean?
Like guys like me and you and like, you know, I'm all about like helping people and stuff like that and social projects and stuff like that.
If the plan makes sense, why not do it that way?
Right.
It might not go our way, it might not go their way, but like, why are they like they're going crazy over it?
But they can't. I mean, they just can't do it. They just can't.
They're all programmed
on
that
board.
way, man. They're all programmed that way.
The one guy stood up and wouldn't sit down, like Al Green, and they finally threw him out. How do you get thrown out of a fucking like? It just makes your whole party look stupid.
And I
don't even care. I don't even care what party you're with. It's just not even a political thing. It's just dumb.
Not at that point, no. And like everyone's like, he was right for doing that. You know what I mean? It's everyone on that side would be like, I support him. Like, oh Jesus Christ, dude.
It just don't make any sense. I was watching a video of Joe Biden like a few years ago. Well, Trump's last year as president, and he said that because he was talking about pardoning some people preemptively. And Joe Biden was like on one of some radio show, that would look really bad, and it would be terrible optics for our country, and like all this stuff, right? And then when he goes to leave, he does it all.
Especially like, how many people did he pardon? It was
and nobody says to these people like, this is terrible optics. You know what I mean? Like no one thinks to say to these people like, you remember what you said like a year ago? Like we probably shouldn't do that because you're gonna make yourself look really dumb.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, dude. Like I just don't understand the whole one-sided kind of mind they have.
Yeah,
I don't know. My family's that way, and it's like and the thing is like I look at it from like an outer perspective, outside of the box, where I'm like, okay, what makes sense, and like I don't even get like I don't think that way to get angry.
Yeah,
I'm not programmed.
Trump made a comment, and this is what he says verbatim. He said, our message to the children of America is you're perfect the way you are. Talking about like transgenderism and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And not one Democrat like clapped for that statement. And it was all, I'm like, that's literally all he said. And it was like self-contained. It was literally just, you were to the children of America, you are perfect the way you are. And not one Democrat can clap for it or not. I'm like, what? How can that be partisan? Like, I understand the point behind it was to jab at, the transgenders or whatever, but the statement itself is like, yeah, don't you want your kids to think like they're perfect no matter what? Like
no matter how they think, not what you think.
Yeah.
I get that.
It just don't make any sense, man. There was a 13-year-old boy. He was had brain cancer, and like I don't know, a couple years ago, they gave him only like 8 months to live, and he survived. And he's still, I don't know if he still had brain cancer or not, but he wanted to be a cop, like that was his thing.
Oh,
so
I saw the picture.
Yeah, so like the city or whatever he's from made him like an honorary sheriff or whatever.
I thought it was FBI. It wasn't.
Well, no, it was, but then Trump called him out and said that we're going to make your night and we're going to make you an honorary Secret Service agent.
Oh, that's so cool.
And like the guys came out and gave him like a little ID badge and whatever, what I mean, and everybody's clapping and stuff, and the Democrats are just like staring over there. I'm like, what? You guys are animals, bro.
Why didn't we think of this first? That's
all you guys are
what I mean?
fucking
it's one of those.
God, I just don't get it, bro. How can you be like that?
They can't even be happy for the situation that happened, that the kids survived.
Yeah, and he said he was going to wage a war in the cartel. I'm like, how can you not support that? Like,
yeah,
just a stupid thing. Listen, I don't agree with everything Republicans do.
They were mad that unless they were mad that they weren't collecting off of the insurance.
Oh, what? Yeah, dude. Like, I don't.
You know what I mean?
I don't get how you can be one-sided on like any of those type of issues. I just like I'm kind of like socially liberal and like fiscally, conservative. I don't think we should be spending all the money in the way that we do.
I think like majority of Americans think that. The only ones that don't think that are in major cities.
That's just it. Like I think that if you got people by themselves and asked them like honestly like your thoughts and opinions, it would be very different than how they vote. Like some people just vote Democrat or Republican because that's what their father did or whatever.
They're following the herd. That's all.
Yeah, the cartel said they would fuck up the U.S. military.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like, that'd be about a half a day war, and
I don't even think it would take that.
Well, I mean, you got to reload.
That's true. But
it would take no time for us to end that nonsense.
It'd be gone. If they want to end the bloodline, you know what I mean? It wouldn't take much. Like,
I mean,
the firepower U.S. has on that one is,
and all these tariffs and stuff that you're talking about, it's just so ridiculous.
Well, China now pulled out one of the main guys in China pulled out like $100 million deal. It's going back and forth. You know what I mean? Because of the whole tariff shit. Oh, it makes sense. It makes.
And now he wants to. You can write off your car. If your car's made in America, you can write off your interest on your vehicle.
Jesus Christ!
So
that's nice.
As long as you build a car in America, you can write off that interest, which is a lot of fucking money. You know what you mean? Like with the interest rates the way they are, for sure.
So I can write off my Mustang.
Yeah, as long as it's made in America. Some of them are built in Mexico, so you got to watch out. But yeah, as long as it's built in America,
I would just look at the VIN number; it'll tell me.
Yeah, I mean that's what they're trying to pass, but that's the whole idea. Joe Fox, what's up, buddy?
It's good to see you, buddy.
Thanks for stopping by. We're getting a little political tonight. We don't usually do that, but
we didn't have anything else like this just so my family doesn't hate me.
we didn't prepare anything tonight because we're lazy pieces of shit. So we're just gonna do.
Fuck yeah, about Chevy. Yeah, and I have a Ford, so I'm good. If it passes, I'll be happy.
Yeah, so he's talking about passing all this stuff, and like, listen, I'm sure there's some shit in there that if you knew about it, you wouldn't agree with. But for the most part, like it all makes sense.
For the most part, it's in the Americans' interest.
And there's always lobbyists that lobby for this and that, and
that's true.
Shit's always around. Then Elon was there, and like everybody started booing for Elon when they introduced him.
The video of Elon Musk in the Star Wars scene, is probably the greatest video I have seen in a long time. They did it so perfectly on Order 66. I laughed. I watched it 3 times because it was so funny.
This Doge thing, bro, with all the money that they're finding is fucking retarded, dude.
Did you see the interview, the newest interview with Elon Musk on how he doesn't even want to say, like, because it's so corrupt that he's gonna die. Like he'll probably end up getting killed because of how far it goes.
I mean, they lost like $4.7 trillion in funds. They didn't lose it, but they couldn't tell you where.
Yeah.
Where it went, you know what I mean? Like, there's no, hey Nicole, how are you? There's no accountability codes for like where they sent the money to or whatever.
Yeah.
So, it all went to, the pocket, have somebody's pockets and shit.
Of course it did. And then all they have to do
or
is
like the black budget shit that they can't, that they can't tell you about.
it all goes towards one thing, and then it gets dispersed after that, and they're not going to ask any questions after they have it.
Yeah,
it's going to go so far the money that you'll never trace it.
And and they're finding all of this money where they sent to $3 billion to Mexico to have their kangaroos' toenails clipped or something. Like, it's just fucking dumb, bro. It's so dumb.
I just don't see how the other side, like the left side, doesn't see that. Like, what?
I don't know how you can be mad about it.
We don't have endless money, so why wouldn't you want your own country to save it?
How can you be mad about somebody finding all this fraud and waste? And now listen, not everything is fraud. Like, some things are just wasteful money. You know what I mean? And there is a difference between being irresponsible and wasteful money and then just straight fraud. If I wanted to go buy a Ferrari, that'd be super irresponsible. There would be nothing illegal about it or fraud about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, if I wanted to buy a Ferrari, there'd probably have to be some fraud involved.
Oh yeah.
For the most part, some of the stuff is just irresponsible people and no accountability. It just doesn't make any sense. So they have these things called NGOs, and NGOs are non-government organizations who are basically backed by the government. Okay. And it's basically like a hack to get free money. And it can be anything. It can be,
it doesn't matter, right?
Help the world peace, whatever,
you could make
organization.
Your own organization.
Yeah.
And probably get away with it.
Do you think the money is really going to places they say it's going? I'm sure there's probably 5% of it's going there, just in case someone looked.
I think that's what
I'm sure it's being diverted and funneled off and everything else.
So what happens is, let's just say a random country gets, $20 billion from us. A percentage goes to what they said it was going to go to. The rest goes to them and the country to make them fucking survive.
Well, it's like when Zelensky was here and talking about money and need money and this and that, but we sent billions of dollars, probably $1 trillion by this point, maybe $2 to Ukraine, and the guy's got a yacht and shit. Like that dude's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, most of that money is going to, all these corrupt governments, man. Not just, it's everywhere.
A $250 million yacht. Oh, sorry, I can't afford it. I can't afford to help my people. It's just stupid things like that.
So George Soros, who is like a super Democrat donor, a lot of people think he's part of the New World Order deal. He is, he's a super left nut job that he owns fucking everything. So he's the best at doing the NGOs, and it's basically
about
a hack
funneling money to himself.
Yeah, so he'll put $1 million or $2 million into the NGO, and then he just goes around to all the senators and congressmen and and they all, put in these bills we're going to send $2 million to the Make Water Wet Again fund that, that George Soros starts. And it's kind of the same thing with the Susan G. Komen, the cancer deal. They did a big interview about that whole thing. And she was, or I don't know who's in charge of it now, but the people that are in charge are making $500,000 a year to run this thing. And they're only saying 10% of the money that's donated goes to cancer research and stuff. And the rest goes to, incidentals, paper clips. And ultimately it goes into people's pockets. It's like Black Lives Matter. Those people were buying mansions and shit.
I don't know how they can get away with it. You know what I mean?
And you're right, Nicole. Churches are the same way. I don't understand the whole thing about churches either, with not paying taxes and shit like that. How do you get away with it? It's all a scam.
I saw a thing online that you can actually buy old churches that people they don't use anymore, and you don't have to pay taxes on it ever again. Did you hear about that?
It would be cool to make an old house out of an old church. If you got a real cool church,
that would be that would be a ghost hunter's dream.
Well, yeah.
You know how many dead people went through that church?
Oh yeah.
But I'm saying there's a site where you can go on and buy old churches. It's not just everywhere in America, but it's all over the world. And like once you buy it, you don't owe any taxes on it ever again. You own it.
Joe, you're right. Joe says I'm biased, but I'm logical. I believe Trump pushed all the right buttons. So do I. And that speech last night that he gave was fantastic. And if you watch a lot of the Democratic responses, I watched the best video. They took like 30 different Democratic people and did like responses to it, and every single one of the videos were the same. It all starts with them saying like shit that's bullshit or something, like using a swear word. Yeah. And then they all sit down and they just played them all side by side in this video clip. And it's like the media. Did you ever see those videos where
where they're like word for word saying
it's word for word what these people are, what they're saying across every bit of media? It's so retarded. That's why I think like podcasting and stuff is really going to be the future of, how people get their news and information and stuff, because it's long form. So an interview doesn't take 2 seconds and then you got to go to commercial break. You can talk for an hour and a half, or however long, and really get your point across. And that's why a lot of people love like going on Joe Rogan and stuff, because you can talk to the guy for 3 or 4 hours and have a real conversation with them and really get your points out there. And, so I bring all this political stuff up to get into like the government conspiracy part of it, because I believe now more than ever with this Doge shit and everything. I believe now more than ever in government conspiracies, bro. Like if they can do all this and lose all this money and spend all this money, why not have 9/11, JFK, Roswell, moon landing, HARP, the New World Order, like all these different government conspiracies? Like, why wouldn't they?
Exactly.
Why wouldn't they do this shit? There's so much corruption.
Did you see the part where Elon Musk was talking about that the Biden administration held off on going to get the 2 astronauts in space until after?
They wouldn't let them go.
They didn't want to pick them up until they found out if Biden won. And now they're stuck up there. Instead of 8 weeks, it's 8 months.
It's been 8 months of them up in
8 months,
because we wouldn't send anybody up to get them.
And now the only person that can go get them is Elon Musk.
Yeah,
it's the only safest ship they have. Even NASA doesn't have a ship safe enough to go get them.
And all these people are talking about, Elon Musk now has it. He has all your information now and your social security number. And I'm like, dude, if you have a cell phone, everybody has your information.
You mean the guy at 7-Eleven just swipe my card? You know what I mean?
If you have a cell phone, every single person that wants your information has it. There's zero doubt.
Yeah.
When you agree to terms, you just gave everybody that wants your information permission to have your information.
That's exactly it. And that's exactly, you can't get over it. Like anyone that has Facebook or any social media, they have all your information. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They follow you, they track you, they know where you're going, where you've been, where you're at. If you have a cell phone, you can't be off the grid.
They're always tracking you no matter what from the cell phone company, anyways. Just pinpoint your locations.
Yeah.
So it's like
now like you sharing your information, like if if I'm somewhere and I can send you a pin of where I'm at or whatever, like that's all them just tracking you. Like, and that's not even a conspiracy, bro. That's just legit. Like,
and most people want that. Like, in case an emergency, like
spam. You're right. You're right, Nicole. I get so many. I probably get 30 spam phone calls a day, and I block them all, and they call from a different number the next day.
Same here. I keep
like there's no way to get away from
personal loans. Does anyone else get those?
I get them for a long time, and then now I'm getting new insurance ones because I changed car insurance recently. So now I got all these insurance scammers calling me.
I get one for personal loans. You're now pre-approved for $82,000.
I get that shit in the mail, bro. I get probably 15 of those a week.
Dude, I get phone calls, dude, all the time.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't apply for a personal loan, bro. I don't know what you want.
Yeah, it says enter this code in. If you want to talk more, click this link. I'm like, no,
I do not.
Not doing it.
Yeah, you're right. There's no point in changing your number because they're gonna have it as soon as you change it. They're gonna go, oh, it's got a different number, and just track that number.
And that's and whenever you hit like accept cookies online, you're fucked. Like you don't want to do that because they're tracking you at that point. Like what you like, what you don't like.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. You're right.
Yeah, I know, right, Joe?
Yeah, if you could drop a couple bucks in my account, that'd be cool. I wouldn't even be mad. I'll give him the information.
He's like the one person I would probably trust to have, like, you know what I mean?
It's gonna be funny in like 10 years. We find out he really is an evil genius, and he did all.
He's actually the James Bond villain,
and he really did do all this just to,
but
just to have all of our information.
It's like a James Bond villain.
Oh, you're right, Nicole. We all miss Tom too, but he'll be back.
Wait, is Tom gone already?
I don't know for sure if it's already, but I know he put a show on a hiatus, I believe. So
back to you, Tom.
Back to you, Tom. And
oh man,
Jimmy's here. Hi, James.
What's up, Carol? What's he gonna say today? What's up, James?
Joe Terti's around here somewhere. It's gonna get wild like usual.
He might be in here still. Oh man,
we're talking Elon Musk, James.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be
a lot of people hate him now. I don't mind.
It's so funny.
I wouldn't hate him.
It's so funny. They're just. I mean, these are all the green people that are. We got to have electric cars, and Elon's going to be our savior. And 8 minutes later, they're like, "Fuck."
That's exactly it. Oh, he's here.
8 minutes later, they're like, "Fuck this guy." I'm like, "What? How did that happen?"
I know. Watch, the person owning a Tesla I'm going to see tomorrow owns like a fucking just a Camaro or something, fucking just spewing out gas. They just hate electric cars now. They're gonna flip so quickly. You know what I mean? They're gonna fucking use water when they don't have to. They're gonna
by the time Trump leaves, they're gonna say that climate change isn't real and we don't need electric cars, and that's what they're gonna do.
Dude, I'm telling you, it'll flip. They'll flip.
Oh man,
they'll be all the rebellious ones.
I don't care what party you're all about, but to be able to get that invested into something that, you know, I don't know. I couldn't do it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. How can you agree with everything like one party? Like, you can agree with a lot. You can agree with the idea of it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
In theory, I agree a lot about with what the Democrats talk about. But then, you know, they put this shit in practice and you're like, but they fucked it all up. Like, how did they do that? You know, the Green New Deal and climate change and this and that. I'm like, well,
I don't hear much on climate change anymore.
Because I think the world is kind of starting to turn away from it a little bit. Maybe not turn away from it, but recognize, like, okay, well, maybe it's not as crazy as it used to be, or we think it is. There was a video I watched somewhere in the 70s, and it was a black and white video, and it was like a science climate or a conference.
Okay.
And everybody was talking about how Florida is going to be gone by 1995, and California will be underwater, and New York City subways will be underwater, and all these things. And basically, if we don't fix everything right now, you know, by 1995, the world will be uninhabitable. And they're all old guys. So all of them had the luxury of dying before they had to like stand up for what they said.
Oh yeah.
But the problem is, like, the left just keeps moving further left. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nicole's still here, so I know California's good. They move further and further left. So, and they paint themselves into a corner, man. And it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I don't really. I live in Florida, so it's here.
Next week in the news, Florida's just gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just gone.
New York City's underwater and be like, shit.
Mm-hmm. It's 2012 all over.
Well, and I love that movie. They get desperate, I think, man, and both parties do it. They get desperate and get dumb. Like AOC, this broad comes out and talks about we're all going to be, you know, in 12 years if we don't fix it, it's going to be non-repairable and it's the point of no return. I'm like, 12 years, like. What?
I don't know, dude.
Like, you didn't even give yourself time to like die first, so you don't have to stand in front of that and go, what happens in 12 years when the world's the exact same and everybody goes, I got a question. Like,
well, everyone already forgot about it.
Well, yeah.
Well,
I mean, not me,
except people like us that will just like, never happened.
I want that Oracle Talk Radio press pass just so I can ask these questions to people. I'm like, remember back in 2024 when you said we're all going to be dead, and that was 12 years ago. And
people don't forget. You know what I mean?
I just don't understand, dude. Oh, it's so wild. It's a wild world we're living in.
Yeah.
I was born in 78, so I missed all of the. Yeah, that's what I want to know. I want to know what happened to the drones. I don't hear anything else about drones anymore.
Well, are they still flying around and it's just normal now, or are they just gone? You know what
I
mean?
The American people have the attention span of a circus monkey. They just, you know what I mean? Like, they just don't have. If it's not entertaining for more than a week, we're done. Like, we don't care anymore.
Oh my god.
That's so stupid. I'd still try, James. I don't know what to tell you. I still wish she's hot. She's hot until she gives you that weird look with her big eyes. And then you're like, ooh, I don't know if I can do that.
Oh my god.
That's what happens when James comes on. Be mad at me. He did this.
Very true.
You still see drones, Nicole, or you've only seen them in the past? I want to know what the drones were. They had to be ours.
No, they were, because it was illegal to fly next to them.
Yeah, they had to be ours. But I want to know what they were. I want to know what they were doing.
Surveying.
Like, were they doing was it the CIA? Was it the Secret Service? That's a great movie.
Great movie. I haven't seen it in 20 years, but it's good.
Just when they started, huh?
Yeah, I haven't seen. Yeah, you don't hear about it. Didn't one crash in New Jersey on the freeway? I
saw a video. I don't know if it was on a freeway, but I saw one like crash into some guy's garage. I don't know where it was. I want to say it was in Philly or at least Pennsylvania. I don't know, but yeah, it was. They crashed and like she had it on video. It like bounced off her garage and bounced off the hood of her car. And it was just a drone, and I'm like, well,
I would have grabbed a blanket, and so the rotors would have got stuck, and then I would have just dragged it.
Well, I think it was broken. I don't know. Like, I'm sure the Men in Black showed up and grabbed it and said, "Ooh, that's ours." Like, it's coming with us.
I just want to know those things. You know what I mean? I want to know what it was, like what the purpose was, not what they were. They'll eat me alive. It's just like, were they looking for a bomb? Were they? Yeah, well, it wasn't extraterrestrial. It was
that was the speculation that they were using it to be able to sniff out radioactive material and stuff, and they were doing it in a big city to test it. Test its availability in a big city, which would really be the only place it would work because. If you go to Omaha, you're not going. The houses are about 8 miles apart. Like
that's exactly it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Joe, those things are huge.
Oh yeah.
Not much.
It hadn't been. Yeah, it's just survey drones. That was my guess. They were just. It's like they're doing like LiDAR in a way. You know what I mean? They could have been doing that. Like they did it here.
But why not tell people? Like, that's my thing. You know what I mean? Like, why?
Unless like how we think, like when we go to DC and you see like a SWAT team go by, what if they're actually going to detonate like a nuke in like, you know what I mean? In a
That's what I'm saying.
And we just don't know that they're saving our lives. You know what I mean? They could totally be saving America right now. And then they're the heroes that just never were like in the limelight.
Joe Tursky, did you actually see one like in person? I don't know if you've been. I know you've. Obviously, I know you've been to DC. But when you go to DC, we've talked about this many times. But when you go to DC, man, at all hours of the day and night, you hear sirens.
Always.
And yes, it's a big city, and yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of car accidents and stuff like that. But you never hear about anything in the news.
Nope.
And like, You'll watch the news at night, and there'll be 30 different ambulances and fire trucks flying by and black SUVs and shit. And you never see like, oh, massive car pileup on, whatever highway it is. It's just, whatever it is just goes away.
The last time I was there was 2 SUVs and SWAT hanging off the side of it with their guns, dude. And they're just fucking rolling through DC.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, they're going to save our lives. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I want to think.
They're making sure we don't do anything stupid. Nicole, we do plenty of stupid things.
And then you just see like a Black Hawk helicopter going through. It's like, where are they really going?
How come I only see mine and Joe's comments? Did you keep us from No, you're I don't know why that. You really only see that's weird.
I don't either. I see everyone's.
Most of them are from Facebook. I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know why you would only. Obviously I see everything, but
flying down the Hudson and by the airbase. Oh no way, dude. I wish I could have seen them.
Oh wow. That's the thing about UFOs. You always hear UFOs by like Air Force bases and stuff.
Yeah.
And like that makes me think like it's our shit that we're just testing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it really takes away.
We're gonna see that the next drone coming out is an Amazon Prime drone. That's what it was. You know what I mean?
I don't know why you guys can't see each other. That's weird. You're both on Facebook too. Oh.
Yeah, you guys should see each other's comments.
I guess it's Jesus' way of keeping us on the air.
That's exactly it. But
your area is my area is surrounded by a couple of small airports.
We only have 2 here? 3? We have 3.
What area of California are you in, Nicole? That'd be a big drone there, James. Hope it don't clap my cheeks.
Ian's the one at night just shining laser pointers everywhere in the sky, hoping that they come.
Oh no! I hope they don't see my laser.
Me. Yep. Is that one in his butthole? Just saying.
That's so weird. Southern California. Okay. I drove from Vegas to San Diego up the PCH to Malibu. I went up to Los Angeles. Yeah, I've been around that area. No, I don't anymore, James.
Oh, totally does, James.
Every once in a while. I had a dream that the drones picked me up and rescued other people too. Were they rescuing you or like kidnapping you?
That's what I was wondering.
Were you abducted? Is that? I feel like that's what you're trying to tell me, Nicole. And if it is, I want to hear the story. But rescue stories aren't cool. I want to hear about like abductions and.
Why is the laser vibrating? Probably both. It would have been cool to see him down here. They did. I remember like a short like.
I think they said they had some in Tampa, right?
They did. I remember. Yeah, it was Tampa. I was gonna say I saw it on the news, but like, who knows what it really was? It was probably just something like, because it was only like 1 or 2, maybe.
Yeah,
they weren't. It wasn't drones.
I don't know. After
personal drones.
Yeah, I was absolutely abducted when I was around 15. Long story. Love abduction stories. Did they do anything weird to you?
Just want to know.
It's a legit question.
Have you seen the fourth? Have you seen the fourth kind?
They were kidnapping you, bringing you to a Diddy party.
Oh, God.
You don't have to kidnap James to take him to a Diddy party. He was probably already on his way anyway when he got taken.
I just imagine it's like the fourth kind. Shit's like creepy.
Imagine you get taken by aliens and it's really just like a Diddy party. It's just...
Imagine you get taken by aliens and they're trying to get away from you after you're up.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, you're not stuck in here with me.
It's time for you to go, motherfuckers. Pack your shit.
Yeah, I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me. They're trying to put you back on the ground. Ian just has a bunch of baby oil.
The lasers won't stick to my baby oil. Your tractor beans are no effect on my baby oil.
I'm telling you.
Sir, why do you have a whole suitcase
They'd
full of
probably
baby
be
oil?
weirded out.
Yeah. Oh, I would make it, bro. If they take me, I'm making it weird. Like I'm making it weird. Like if I gotta be,
they just
if
paint your
I,
body gray so you look like a gray.
if,
They just
if,
they just drop you off into like the middle of a country and a semi comes. They're like, fucking alien, just take you out.
if they're gonna make me uncomfortable, I'm making them uncomfortable. Like it's gonna be a weird party.
Oh my god.
You ain't gonna just take me and make me uncomfortable. I promise you that. It's gonna.
I could just see a scene where you wake up in a white room, but it's actually you above them with a mask, just holding them down.
I'm probing them
Reverse
with like
roles, motherfucker.
I don't know if the aliens have psychiatrists or not, but they're gonna need one until they abduct me.
That's exactly it.
I don't really have anything to lose, so like I'm down.
We call that one a soup kitchen. It's all right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It'd be really weird.
You're gonna have. I can picture James getting abducted, and then it's like the porn picture where the girl's on a couch and there's like 5 guys behind her. It's just James on a couch with 5 grays standing behind him.
Instead, they're in front of him.
Yeah. There's just a whole coffee table in front of him full of like baby oil and glitter.
Oh, James, how's your leg? I know that has to be killing you, dude. That leg, dude, that I watched it from like 20 feet. I'm like, I'm not surprised you wouldn't be going home after that. That hurt so bad. It looked like it.
You're doing a show tonight, Nicole? Cool.
Hell yeah. What time is it? It's 7:38. That's probably later. Well, how late? What time do you usually get on?
Yeah, what time do you do your show, Nicole? Isn't it 9?
Is it, I think it's like right, yeah. Actually, no pain. Oh, that's good, dude. It looked painful, man. Dude, but we have to go to dude. If we're gonna get any chance to see like any kind of like something we can't explain, we have to go to Alaska.
Yeah,
we have to do the trip.
They find our bodies naked after they send us back down to Earth, and we're painted like grays, but we're dead.
Oh,
and no one can explain it. Like, no, how do you explain that?
Well, they can't even tell it's us.
Imagine the conspiracy theory. We start with that.
They can't even tell it's us, and then we're actually alive, and then they just torture us.
Do you think aliens watch porn? That's a great movie. That's a great. I don't know. It depends on how they mate.
Yeah,
like it's a weird alien butt stuff kind of show. Listen, I told you guys I didn't plan anything for tonight, so this is what's going to happen. This is what happens when I'm unprepared and we don't have anything else to do.
It's not a bad thing to talk about.
Yeah, alien butt stuff.
But alien abductions, I'd get creeped out. Like, dude, it's creepy to think about.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to know if it's like a
dream feeling or a real feeling.
Yeah, I want to know what it feels like. Like, do you really feel like you're there? Or is it like just something that's like a transmission that's put in your head? You know what I mean? It's like
exactly it. Like how people lose time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, does it feel as real as it feels in a dream or in real life?
Well, there's an abduction story. I think we talked about this on one of our shows a long time ago. I think the dudes in the boat where they get like they're fishing or whatever, and they wake up, they come to, and they've been fishing for like 11 hours.
Oh, I remember this one.
And they never ate their lunch or anything. Like they just in and out of time, and 11 hours had passed.
No alcohol was involved.
Yeah. I was missing for 1 hour. Where did you go, Nicole?
Dropped acid. I don't remember.
I feel like there's a good story behind that. Listen, I've time traveled a few times myself in my younger days of partying and one thing it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Next thing you know, it's Tuesday.
time to go to work.
Yeah. You're like, where'd the last day and a half go? It's like 5 days now, and I go out and tie one on because I don't recover like I used to.
I do, but
I can't do it. Last time I went out, I don't even know whose it was. Somebody's birthday. I got just shit housed on a Saturday night.
You know,
And, like,
I've never seen you drink a single drip of alcohol the
I
entire
don't do
time.
I don't do it very often anymore. I just don't.
Frank the Tank. It's one of those moments. Once I start, I just can't stop. He's just pounding them away.
Kind of explains the last 18 years of my single. I'm with you, Joe.
We're going streaking to the gymnasium.
That's true. Joe Tursky's been with me a couple of times. We've had some nights where we wish we could tell you what happened, but
yeah,
part of it is we don't know.
That's not a bad thing.
And the other part, there's a statute of limitations that may or may not be passed yet.
Yeah. I will get to. I'll get you to have a drink with me one day. It's probably going to be Epic Universe. If that's where it's going to be, it's going to be.
I've drank at Universal a couple of times.
Yeah, Taylor and you guys
Yeah,
have
the
had
ghost.
drinks. But
We did it at Horror Nights. Me and Jamie we had a couple. They poured them strong at Horror Nights. I'm like, this is a theme park. I don't think y'all get everybody wasted. They got you fucking wasted, boy.
oh shit,
Jamie was shithoused, bouncing off the walls and
Jamie
shit.
could have a like a petri dish sized drink and he'd be drunk because he's so skinny.
That's true.
And Jamie, if you're watching, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh my god.
He doesn't talk to us anymore.
No, he doesn't. Get drunk on me.
I could see it. And him and Jamie, or him
That's
and Joe.
not what happened. That's not what happened. Mind your business. Can't tell you what happened. Mainly because I don't remember.
It's always
That's
when
nice.
he doesn't remember outside of a club.
How'd I get here?
I've never been that drunk where I've never blacked out.
I was young, probably way too young to be drinking. Probably high school. I want to say I was in high school. I was a senior, I think. And I lived in North Cape, I lived in South Cape, but the duplex that we always partied at was in North Cape, which is about, 20-minute ride, whatever. I was at the duplex and we were all drinking. I mean, just tore up. I woke up in my bed at home, 20 minutes away. I'm like, oh wow, what? Like, I didn't know, somebody drove me home. I didn't know what had happened. I guess I blacked out. I get up, my front door's wide open, my car's running.
Oh my god!
I'm like, what the fuck happened? My car's all parked sideways in the parking lot. You know what I mean? I guess I drove home. I don't know. I have zero recollection of it. I don't remember any of it.
Unless you're abducted then, and you
Maybe.
thought it was the drinking.
Maybe, but I mean, I remember absolutely nothing about that night. Like, it was freaky. It was kind of freaky because, like, my front door's wide open, dude. Like, I didn't even shut the door.
Feeling, knowing, like, dude, I got to crash into a tree and I wouldn't even known.
Yeah. Well, the weird part is I got into my house somehow with my key. So I would have had to unlock the door with my car key, with the key that was on my car.
Yeah.
But my car was still running.
Yeah.
So that was like the part I could never figure out. And nobody else was home. So it was just me. I'm like, I can't even understand this at all. James said he got so drunk when he was 17, he woke up in the rain under a shopping cart in the pouring rain at 3 a.m. Wait, what were you doing with a shopping cart?
Exactly it. I'm just thinking like jackass kind of stuff.
I know
he's in the cart.
I know you're not fitting in a shopping cart.
No.
Not even like one of the Sam's Club carts. I know those are the big ones.
It's like a forklift that you're pulling around. Things are massive.
Yeah, dude.
Like a Home Depot one. A Home Depot.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. Can you load this pallet?
Were you naked when you woke up, James? I feel like that. I feel like that's a yes. At 3 a.m.
He just looked at the homeless guy next to him and just said, "Don't ever talk about this again." Just runs home.
It's never happened.
Oh man.
It was on my side. My head was in. That's fucking great.
James almost made it to homelessness. Or he would have been someone walked by and said, "I feel bad for that man."
I don't know. He woke up with change all over him because people threw change on him when they walk by.
Because he's just passed out drunk. I've never got that drunk though. Like I can get drunk, but like I've never got to the point where I don't remember.
There's only been a very, very few times that I've
I think if
that
I
I've
drank
done.
to that point, I'd be dead. Like, I think I would die.
There's been a very few times that I've actually blacked out where I legitimately don't remember anything. The one scariest time I ever did it, and I didn't even drink. I was sober, but I was super tired, and I was driving. I told you about this. I was driving down the highway, and I was so tired that I'm like, I have to just stop at a rest stop and sleep because I can't make it to a hotel. I just have to stop. I pull over, shut the car off, put my seat back. The next thing I know, I'm awake driving down the interstate at 80 miles an hour. I come to driving down the interstate, and I have no memory of starting the car, doing any of the things that you would have to do to maneuver a car onto the highway.
In the parking lot. I don't remember any of it.
I don't know whether there's a homeless dude in my back seat. It was a whole weird thing, but dude, I don't remember any of it. I had to pull over. It freaked me out so much. I just pulled over, and I was like shaking, dude. I'm like, there's no reason I shouldn't be dead right now. Like, how did I not take out like 15 families of, you know what I mean?
So weird.
Crazy. It's autopilot. Well, you're right.
That's
the fact that I could do it in my subconscious was pretty cool, but I don't want to test that.
Yeah, not coming across any car or any traffic jam, you just fucking you wake up and it's just black, but you're on the road. Like, that'd be crazy.
And I don't really remember how long I slept because I don't remember what time I pulled over. I know it was night, I know it was dark, but I think it was dark when I came to, so I must have been driving down the road. I don't know how long I was out for. Yeah. But dude, it was the freakiest thing I've ever done in my life. I just woke up driving down the road. And it caught me by surprise because,
it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, for obvious reasons. I'm like, what the fuck?
It just reminds me of a Reno 911 moment when he's sleeping and he wakes up, but then he hits the fucking porta potty.
That was one of the best shows, Reno 911.
Love that show. Dude, fucking hilarious. I'll definitely check him out.
The gay guy that did the rollerblading in the little shorts.
Oh, Nick
Swartzen, yeah.
Dude, he's one of the best, dude.
Yeah,
I forgot his name in it.
I don't remember.
Jamie, or it was what was
maybe. Oh yeah, I think you are. I think you're right.
I think so.
Because the lesbian looking chick with the real short hair, she always was interacting with him.
Yep.
Yeah,
that show was so good, man.
That show was fucking ridiculously funny.
I love that show. I love when he walks to the puddle and just falls right through completely.
Yeah. You don't even see his completely fall into the hole, and
I need to rewatch those, dude.
Oh man,
it has to be on Comedy Central. Has its own streaming service, I think, right?
It's on
Hulu, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's on Hulu, or I know Paramount Plus has a lot of Comedy Central stuff on it. Just new book. Yeah. What? I don't get it.
I don't either.
This new book. I don't know what that means. I'm retarded, James. You have to explain it to me.
I'm not sure what that meant either.
The more I read it, the funnier it gets, though, and I don't know why.
Boot.
Reno 911.
Oh, I think it's a quote. I don't know the quotes. Go too well. If it is a quote.
Yeah, I can tell you. That show was so fucking good, man.
Dude, Reno was one of the best shows growing up. Yeah. That and South Park were like my go-tos.
Yeah, South Park is
for Comedy Central. It was Dave Chappelle, Reno, and South Park. I think
I bought the Dave Chappelle all the episodes. It's so goddamn funny, man.
I have them, dude. Shane Gillis is now doing Dave Chappelle skits.
Yeah, I noticed that. Some of the stuff's kind of funny, and some of the stuff he just tries too hard. But
yeah,
the one guy bought ostrich boots, and he came out and said, "I'm just a new boot goose."
I have to watch it. I don't remember.
The boot goose. Funny. The Simpsons was always good.
Yeah,
The Simpsons have been on for 35 years.
It's the longest running show.
I remember watching it when it was part of that what was the name of it? It was part of another show. Started with M.
Another show?
Yeah, it was like a short and another show. Oh, damn. the name of the show?
Are you talking about when the cartoon was really bad?
Yeah.
The animation? Okay.
Yeah. When it first started, and then they got their own show, but it started out as a short, and I want to say Maritime More, but that's not it. It was
I don't know.
a more recent name. You'd know it if I heard it, or if you heard it. I don't remember, but Simpsons was always good. You know, they say they predict the future, but man, a lot of that shit is crazy, dude.
Well, they've gone over so many scenarios over the span of how many years that they're going to eventually hit things like on the money.
Yeah, I mean that's part of it for sure. But like when Trump came down the escalator and stuff like that, like that was just.
But that's like he goes down many escalators. You know what I mean?
Well, it's Trump Tower, so he would obviously probably make that announcement there, so you could kind of bet. Like, I mean, that would kind of make sense. You know what I mean? A lot of people go missing or get murdered around here in New York. You would be surprised how many people we pull out of the river. Oh, really?
No shit. Is it because of a lot of like murdered, or a lot of them are jumpers? Because I imagine a lot of people jump off.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
in New York, dude, with how many people there are, there's a lot of jumpers. But I could see murders too, especially there's population so high.
I got trapped in an elevator by myself. Joe, that happened to me one time. I was in Trump Tower in Vegas, and I went downstairs. I was going downstairs to, I don't know, get something. And the elevator stopped like right in between the floors for like 4 minutes, bro. And like that's an eternity when you're like, okay,
imagine if Dominic was on there with you.
Oh, he would have ripped the fucking doors off.
Yep.
He would have ripped the doors off.
He would have killed you guys trying to get out.
Dude, it was literally I think it was at least 4 minutes. It was fucking like after the third minute, I'm like, oh, this is getting kind of sketchy. Where you're like, you want to hit the fucking phone thing? Like, hey, my elevator's not moving. You should come save me. The Hudson River has bodies in it almost every day. That's gross. Like mob hits, you think? Is the mob really a thing anymore? I don't know. I'm sure it is.
I think it is,
but not
very
not
quiet.
like it was. Yeah.
No.
I rode the elevator with James Earl Jones and Linda Carter went. Oh, that'd be cool.
Pretty cool.
James Earl Jones was
he did so much.
Yeah, I think it was great.
Dude, he did like everything, man.
The firefighters had to get you out of the elevator that you were oh, fuck that. No. Nah.
I would have jumped up through the roof.
Nah, I would have freaked out by then.
It'd be the craziest thing, dude, if just like an elevator dropping. That would suck. Like if you're like 20 floors up and that fucker just drops.
I forgot their autographs. Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta read this, Joe. We were about an hour into the woods by my house riding, and some guy steps out onto the trail pointing a gun at us, told us to get the fuck out of here. We never came back. Weird part, there was no ATV, side-by-side truck, nothing. Those guys just wandering around the fucking woods with a gun? Interesting. Did you get the fuck out of there and never come back?
Right? That's what I'm wondering. I would have been like, I don't want to turn my.
Was it like in Virginia? Did you come across like a moonshine still or something?
Either that or growers, people growing weed.
Oh yeah, that's crazy in like Northern California. Where they like, there's parts up there that you can't even like. They tell you like, do not go up there. Like basically, there's a whole TV show about it.
Yeah, I've actually watched it. It's actually a cool show too, dude. But they take down fields of these things like helicopters.
Yeah, dude.
They'll come down with ropes and fucking SWAT and just grab them.
There was
I guess now it doesn't really matter.
There was a Bigfoot episode that we did that was based out of that area.
Yeah, the Green Triangle.
Yeah, and
it's what it's called, the Green Triangle up in California.
Yeah,
northern.
Yeah. The guy was like one of the growers got attacked or something by a Bigfoot or something supposedly.
Yeah.
I want to get attacked by a Bigfoot. I mean, I don't want to like kill me. I just want to see him and
you just want
and then run away.
Just want him to manhandle you.
James wanders around the woods naked with a gun and just threatens, get off my yard.
That would be one of the most frightening things to see. Him running full bore at you.
Butt naked with a gun? Yeah, I would be afraid.
It's a cap gun.
Yeah.
It just makes noise.
I don't want to be in this woods no more. I'm scared.
Man,
I would never go back to those woods.
fuck that.
Like, I'd rather go in the woods with the Blair Witch instead of dealing with James naked in the woods.
Be crazy.
I kind of want to see him walk around with a gun.
Why does he keep going to the woods at night?
I can see if you go missing in the woods by me, it would be extremely difficult to find. Yeah, I don't know.
I could see it. Just so much foliage, probably everywhere. You can't get through it. There's no trails.
Yeah.
Or is it
Well,
just
that's my plausible explanation why so many people go missing in Alaska. Because it's just so much wilderness and there's no way to get to a lot of these people, and they go off some crazy random trail.
Well, it's that, and they have wildlife that aren't afraid of people because they don't know who they are. So they're like, I'm going to eat that.
You might come across a bear that's never seen a person ever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And we kind of resemble a bear feature by standing.
Yeah.
So if you're wearing a black jacket or something, like, motherfucker, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, they will just kill you. And
it'd be the worst way to die, I think, is a bear just ripping you to shreds while you're alive. It'd suck.
Oh, you're in upstate New York. Oh, okay.
Okay. I want to go up to Watkins Glen up there for a race. It's coming up.
Is that upstate New York?
Where's Watkins Glen from you, Joe? Or from that? I'd just be flying, and I've never been in New York.
I've never been to upstate. I've been to the city a couple times.
It's not in the city. It's out in the wilderness.
No, yeah. New York City's wild, bro.
I do want to take a DC trip and go on the train and the 6-hour train ride, whatever it is, to go up to
like a 4-hour train ride, dude. They say that the city's so bad right now, like crime and shit. Like, don't even go up there right now. Yeah. The last time I went was during Trump's first term, and like it was pretty cleaned up. Like, yeah, upstate New York, I heard is very nice. It's just, I don't know. It's in New York. I don't know.
Yeah. I agree.
But upstate's very different than New York City and shit. It's like Northern California and Southern California. Like, they're very different places.
Polar opposites.
Yeah, they're very different places. No shit. You watched a mountain lion jump out of a tree onto a deer and drag it away?
That's fucking cool.
Interesting.
Probably dragged it away by its neck.
Yeah. Well, they drag them up trees and shit and just let them die. Right. Just let them die and rot, and then they fucking eat them.
That's why, mountain lions, they know how to suffocate their fucking prey and kill it. A bear will just rip your fucking arm off and start just going into you. You know what I mean?
Disembowel you.
You probably pass out because of it, but like, if you didn't pass out, that would fucking blow.
Yeah, you would hope that he kills you.
Swipe me once in the head because you know you're gonna.
Yeah, you would hope he kills you quick.
Yeah, instead of just chewing your arm off and you have to watch it. Oh. Fuck.
You're beating your head against a rock trying to pass out.
Oh my
Jesus Christ! What'd that panther do to you? Panthers are endangered, James. You can't do that to them. I'm almost certain you're not allowed to do that to them. I haven't read the wildlife handbook, but I'm almost positive you can't do that to a panther.
Actually, just read it. It doesn't say anything about it.
Technically, it doesn't say you can't do it, but
exactly.
Oh god, now Pete is going to be on our asses. Great. He's definitely in danger.
Oh my god.
Yeah, if I had a gun and the bears attack me, I'd probably shoot myself and just say, fuck it. Like, I don't know.
That bear ain't gonna move much from a 9mm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it'll probably feel like a thorn to it.
Yeah, unless you got like a clean shot to the head where you can put it through its eyeball or something. Yeah, I don't know. That would be. Oh, God.
That's why it'd be crazy to go to Alaska and experience it. I would totally go. I'd still totally try to do it. Oh man.
I got a crazy story for you guys about the woods by my house. Too long to type. I'll call you one day. Oh yeah, I gotta hear it.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it. Maybe I'll have you on,
or just get you on the podcast, dude.
Yeah, maybe we'll have you on one day, Joe.
Dude, you can do
about
it.
all your
You can do it
firefighter stuff, and
if you're not on your laptop or a computer, you can do it right through your phone.
yeah, that'd be dope.
Just a link you click and you'll join right in.
Just being a firefighter, I'm sure you have crazy stories and shit that I want to know about.
Oh yeah,
I'm down for that. Let me know when you want to get on.
James, in all seriousness, I would aim for his dick.
Well, you ever seen a video where the bear's up against a gate, like scratching its back, and a rope comes over and it hits him right in the dick, bro?
Dude, he acts just like us.
Dude, that bear was in so much pain,
dude,
and like he's walking, and his leg was like shaking his leg. Oh, yeah. Dude, if you haven't seen the video of a bear getting hit in the dick by the fence, you have to see that video.
Just type in bear racking itself. You're gonna see.
Oh God, it is
the bear walks
funniest
off,
thing.
He's tippy toeing his rear legs.
Yeah,
it hurts them so bad. Dude, it's so funny.
I watched that video 1,000 times, and I laughed harder and harder every time I watched it.
Dude, it's
it was so funny. All right, kids, our time is up.
It is
another weekend, another Wednesday night wasted. You're welcome. We'll do this again next week and waste some more of your life, and we'll get Joe on. I want to hear about these stories.
Yeah, we'll have to do it one of these Wednesdays. I'm totally down. It'll be fun.
Cool. Check us out, Oracle Talk Radio Network, everywhere you find your podcast. Every Wednesday night, 7 to 8. We're live. We'll see you next time.
See you guys
later. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. See you, James, Nicole, Joe Fox,
Joe Turk.